So, Rezida, tell me, please, about your first job in America. Do you remember it?
Well, of course I do. But the first job, it depends. I came to America twice. So the very, very first job or the very first job since I've stayed? What would
Let's
be
say the very,
considered?
very first job, the
Oh.
firstest,
The firstest.
the firstest
Yeah,
job.
the very first job. I came as a student in a student exchange program, Work and Travel USA, and I got a job offer as a housekeeper in a hotel, in a Hilton hotel. So I started working as a housekeeper.
So many of us started
Yeah.
working as housekeepers. As I talk to people, like a lot of people clean those toilets as
Yep.
their very first job
Yep.
with education and everything. So as you
Exactly.
heard, we're talking. We have Rizida today in our studio, and she came to America from Tatarstan. When? When was the first time?
The very first time I came in 2005.
Uh huh.
And
Oh,
by
when
the
my
way,
kids were born.
yeah, I prefer my name to be pronounced Resida.
Rizida.
Uh,
Okay,
it's
that's
flowing. It's
perfect.
more flowing. Yep.
Rizida. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I
Yep.
agree. In Russian,
Uh,
it's like we say Rizida, right? But in
yes. Yes.
English, it's better sounds like Rizida. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's
Mm-hmm.
more flowing. So yeah, I came the very first time I came in 2005, and like I said, it was a work and travel program,
Mm-hmm.
the summer program. I was here. I was supposed to be here for 3 months, and I stayed a little bit longer. I was here from June till December of 2005.
Mm-hmm. And so you left. You went back to your home country.
Yes, I went
Okay.
back. I went back with the idea that I needed to graduate the university, to get the diploma because I was in linguistics, and of course, for our parents, finishing the college, the university was a big goal, and so yeah, I went back to finish my university, but
So you got your diploma there, not here, not in America. You got
no,
in
I got my diploma.
linguistic. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I got a bachelor degree in linguistics.
Mm-hmm.
And I finished the university, and I stayed there for 3 years before I returned to America.
So what was supposed to be your profession? Like, what did you do after you graduated college to in Tatarstan?
Well, actually, right after I came back from America, I really fell in love with hospitality industry,
Mm-hmm.
and linguistics, of course, helped me because linguistics it's all about communication, and I I could be a teacher of English as my primary profession, or I could be an interpreter for some
Mm-hmm.
companies. So, but at that point, that sounded for me a little bit boring, since I was working in hotels in America. And when I got here for the first time, I fell in love with the hotel industry. And but when I returned back to Russia, I started working in a hotel,
Mm-hmm.
a little by little different. Yes, filling up
So
different
we
spots
can
there.
actually confuse people a little bit because we talked about that you went to Tatarstan and then you're saying that you went back to Russia. So it's good to
Correct.
explain that Tatarstan it's like a region, right? A region
Tatarstan,
in Russia,
yeah,
but it's like a country still. It's sort of
it is.
like
It's a republic. It's a
a
republic
republic.
within.
Yes,
It's
republic.
a republic within the country. So
Yeah, it's an
uh, it,
interesting concept. Let's say that.
it's a very interesting. Yeah, when people ask me where are you from, I don't know what to say because
Yeah.
I am Tatar. I'm not Russian by nationality. I have a different language. I have Tatar language on top with the Russian language. So I am
Mm-hmm.
Tatar and I speak Tatar. Yet I will speak Russian as well. So yes,
Like it's
it's
a
a
little
pretty
bit
big republic.
complicated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
big republic. And by the way, I have to mention that our moms, Rosita's and my mom are friends now. So they're
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the
How
same
interesting.
city. They were born in the same, not born, but worked at
They
the same
lived,
city, right?
they,
Lived in the
yeah,
city.
they lived,
It's the same time, and worked
yeah,
at even at the same manufacturer, whatever. Yeah,
which is
it's
not
funny.
Tatarstan. It's
No,
a long story,
Tatarstan. It's
which is not
Kazakhstan.
Tatarstan. It's Kazakhstan.
Yeah, because I'm from Kazakhstan. It's complicated. It's complicated, people, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
scope of it. We can Just explain a little bit. And by the way, I
Yeah.
have to explain the ears. It's Easter, but I'm also in my child's room, my daughter's room, and those
You
are
have a
pictures of bunnies. That's like I don't have anything sticking out of my head. That's it. That's done with
That's very
explanations.
cute.
Let's go deep now in Rosita's story. So, when did you come second time, and why did you decide to come to America?
Well, the second time I came in 2008, and that was a journey. That was quite a journey because when I returned back to Tatarstan slash Russia,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't stop thinking about America. I couldn't stop thinking about how I loved it so much, how the lifestyle here, how people are here, and when I went back, everything was just not the same anymore for me. Something within me changed so much that I was dying to go back. But the hard part about it was that uh, the visa. It's not easy to get visa.
Mm-hmm.
And back when I was a student, you could only get that work and travel. That was kind of the only way for the students to come to United States, work and travel USA,
Mm-hmm.
um, because you cannot get a tourist visa when you're young and you're still, going to university.
Yeah, yeah.
You remember that, right? So, and
Mm-hmm.
the work and travel
For
USA
women especially,
for women,
because
especially,
they
right?
were sure,
Uh,
they were sure that we would get married and stay, and they didn't want us to do that.
They were not wrong.
Well, what can you do? We're beautiful
What
women.
exactly? And we bring value, right?
Absolutely, Mundo. Yes.
So, yeah, and the visa situation was very complicated because they were giving out the J1 Work and Travel USA visas only up until like third or a fourth year of your university. So
Mm-hmm.
I went after the third year, and when I came back, it was already too late to apply for it because I was afraid of denial. And once you deny it, you have that already a back kind of bad mark on your visa history.
Mm-hmm.
So I graduated from the university still with the thought of me coming back to United States. And I was looking for all the possible ways how to come back. It's actually a very long story. I'm going to try to shorten it as much as I can. I was ready to go through Mexico. I was ready to go to the work for the cruise lines just to get here.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one day somebody told me that there is a university in a different city, Nizhny Novgorod,
Mm-hmm.
that has a student exchange program,
In that
and
Russia.
right, and that they were sending student for exchange program
Mm-hmm.
for a semester to study in a university in America, and they would send American students back to Russia, so they were exchanging. So
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I found it out, I applied for that university, and yeah, and I needed to study there for a semester to be able to qualify for that program. So that was how do you say that заочная, when you're not
Well,
going to
you can
university.
say on online now, probably. No, no,
Yeah, it's
not.
kind of like it's not a online,
Yeah,
it's a
it's not
type of program.
online, but you're like
It's
you
a
don't go to college. You're studying at home, basically.
You study
That's
on
how it
your
is.
own,
Yeah,
but
on your
right,
own.
you study
Yes.
on your own, but then
Tell
you
us,
you
people.
pass. Yeah,
Mm,
you go for an exam to the actual university. So it's a
mm-hmm.
self study program.
Yeah,
So
probably
I've
that. Mm-hmm.
done that for a semester, and I passed all my exams. And by that time, they said, "Oh, sorry, there was no spots available. You have to study one more semester." So
And
of
you
course,
were like,
everything.
I have
I
suitcases
was
ready. Come on,
I
dudes.
was I was ready. I was ready. Plus, it's also cost money. My parents didn't
Yeah.
contribute to that. They didn't want me to leave, so I had to work. I for
So your
to
parents were
pay.
against it. You're going to America.
My parents were against it, of course. My parents were against
Oh,
it. They wanted me to stay, and they didn't know like where I'm going, and it's a
right.
different country. It's so far away. Imagine, I mean, I'm a mother now. I could feel the same now
Yeah,
about my kids,
yeah.
but in my mind, I was so strong headed that in my mind, I really wanted to come back, and I did everything possible to go back and make my dream come true. So after being there for another semester, I finally got into that program, and they sent me here as a student exchange to University of New Mexico. So
Mm-hmm.
mind you, the first time I was here was in Orlando, was in Florida
Okay.
actually. So the contrast of
North
expectations
Florida.
that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the central Florida, Orlando.
Central,
Uh,
I mean. Mhm.
yeah. And Orlando is all kind of like South Florida here. It's sunshine, it's palm trees, it's swimming pool, everything is so
Right.
in my head, a picture of America was that, right? And when they sent me to University of New Mexico, imagine Albuquerque, New Mexico.
It's like
It's a
different planets.
completely, it's a completely different planet.
Yeah.
It was such a cultural shock. Yeah, it was very interesting.
So what you
Uh,
had like a single story houses everywhere, like is separated like away from each other. Like what was the environment like there? Well,
well,
it's North Florida, South, Central Florida, South Florida, saturated, right? We have a
right.
lot of people and stuff. A lot
Well, I
of
was
going on.
back in New Mexico in Albuquerque. I was renting a studio in an
I never
apartment
been there.
complex in a condo. You never been
Uh
there?
huh.
Oh, it's quite a place.
It's quite a
Oh,
place. Okay,
it's
so
quite
I've
a
heard,
place.
but I never been there. I want to go there because it is
Yeah.
different. Where America is
Well,
so
first of
different,
all,
right? You go to
America
different
is so
state, it's
different.
like, oh my God, where am I?
America is so beautiful, it's so different, and
Yeah,
it's right. One state after another, it's just a change in scenery. And even in nature, Albuquerque is very brown. It's a desert. So it's a
yeah,
desert,
that's
it's
what I heard. Yeah,
mountains. Yeah. It's very brown, it's cactuses. It's like, I'm like, where are my palm trees? Where is the swimming pool? I
that's
was
not
so
where
depressed.
not where I was going.
No, I was so depressed. And back in those days, now I feel old saying that, but back in those
Like,
days, we didn't have that much internet,
y-
research, and
yeah, and I
the
can
only thing
imagine.
the only thing I could find out about Albuquerque was Wikipedia. I learned about Albuquerque from Wikipedia. Okay, it's a small town, blah blah blah. And there's a big university there, and so on, so and so. Navajo cultures. There's a lot of Native American cultures there. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Mexican culture there.
Oh, how interesting.
And it's very
Yeah.
interesting. Yes, I miss it now. Now that I kind of have a different, more broader perspective on things.
Right, right.
I could go back and visit it, but imagine 23-year-old
Yeah,
girl.
you're young. You came from Tatarstan, and you're like,
Nobody was
that's not what
nobody was waiting for
you're
me. I
alone.
had nobody. I'm all by myself with a
Yeah,
caravan.
it's
Imagine that.
crazy. Yeah, it's very, very crazy. And the Tatarstan, what was in Tatarstan that you really wanted to escape? Yes, everyone has
Um,
their story, from why they wanted to leave. Not because they wanted America. We know why we want to come here. Why do we want to leave?
what I wanted to leave. Honestly, after seeing I think the attitude of people and how people treat you, uh, after being here for the first time and being a housekeeper and seeing how my general manager of the hotel treats us. He comes to us, how are you? How are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is okay. He was checking on us all the time, and I'm like, wow. I was working. Before coming to America, I was working in a casino. It was a very private casino in my city, and
Mm-hmm.
our boss, treated like us like we're slaves or something. If you smile, he was
Yeah.
like, "What are you smiling? Go back to work." I'm like, "Okay," you know,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm a housekeeper here, which is
Mm-hmm.
not a very prestige,
And you're
let's
treated
say,
like a
and I'm
normal
treated like
human
a
being.
human. treated like a human, and I
Yeah.
could save up money and I could have a car. And I'm from Nabережные Челны in Tatarstan. If you're a housekeeper, you don't have a car. If you're a manager, you can barely have a car. Back in the days, now it's times different.
Right. Right. Right.
Everything changed. But I'm speaking from where I came from,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at that. I'm like, okay, there's more opportunities. What I was escaping, I was not as much as escaping as I was striving to be somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once
And
you,
the attitude
yeah.
of people, yeah.
Yeah. Once you discover this, that you actually can communicate with people differently, that there is completely different mentality and the way to live in the world. And it's like closer to you. You
Yeah.
want to go back and you want to be part of it and you want to adapt to it, your mind, right? That's what we call adaptation period and the mentality change when we come to America, right? It
Yeah.
takes about 5 years for us. We enjoy it, but when we have our roots, we kind of are fighting with it a little bit. That's not what how I
I think it took
operated.
me 3 years. I think it took me
three
three
years
years.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
about like
Mm,
3 5 years, but it's usually
yeah.
not like 1 or 2 years. For sometimes
No.
people think
No,
they
no,
want to come
absolutely.
to another country and they instantly will be like living like the locals, but
No,
it's
absolutely
not, it
not. You
doesn't work
even
like
now,
this.
I lived here for 17 years. I think 17. I lost count already. But even now, sometimes you already like you still not the local, even though
Yeah,
I speak English, I'm a citizen, I do everything what a regular American would do, right?
you're
Per
supposed to
se,
do,
a
yeah.
citizen. I pay taxes. I'm all into the whole American dream life. I love
Celebrating
doing so.
holidays probably, right?
Celebrating holidays. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas, even if it's not my cultural or even religious holiday. But nevertheless, you don't fully feel blended
yeah,
in.
emerged, yeah.
Emerged. And when I go back, I don't feel like I belong there either.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
being an immigrant is really that, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to be an immigrant and
yeah.
to constantly be feeling, this. You need to have a stamina, a very strong stamina to be able to just stay for yourself strongly
Mm-hmm.
and for your wishes and for your dreams. So yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no support
absolutely.
system here. Absolutely, there's no support system. Imagine I
No.
came to Albuquerque. The only person who was waiting for me was the international student exchange, the lady, I
Lydia or
forgot the,
something. Uh-huh.
yeah, the leader for
Mm-hmm.
who's in charge of international students. And she would meet me and she would say, okay, here's your papers, now go look for the housing. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of good people, and the first,
Like,
yes.
where do I go? What do you mean, go look for housing?
But I was so lucky. I am so grateful for everybody who came to my life throughout my immigration process and throughout my life here in America. I was very lucky because in Albuquerque, the church people were very active in supporting international students. So they would provide the housing for a short period of time until they
Mm-hmm.
like get some money. And again, it's a money, right? It's housing is much more
Of
expensive
course.
than Russia.
Of
I
course.
pay
Yeah.
to come here for the flight. I pay to participate in the program. I have to pay for university to be here and for the books. The books are super expensive. I didn't expect
Mm-hmm.
that. And now, where do I live, right? So, yeah, the first couple of weeks I was living with this family, American family, who adopted me. They
Mm-hmm.
had 6 children and they
Oh,
adopted me. Yes, to live
wow.
with them. I'm so grateful for them, and I want to find them, and I want to just
They were like
find
from
them and
church. They
thank them.
work in church, like they were part
They
of the
they
church. Mm-hmm.
they didn't work. They were volunteers. They were
The
they
volunteers.
were
Okay, not work,
Baptist
but I mean
volunteers.
attended the probably some
Yeah, yeah,
church.
yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and they
So
took you
there's a
in
lot
as
of great.
is their child. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
There's a lot of good people in this world, believe it or not. So
Yeah,
I
of
was lucky
course,
to meet
and
them. Yeah.
hopefully
Hmm.
it will last and go that way because
Yeah.
it's a little bit crazy. But yeah, that's very interesting. And so you found your first you lived in a family, then you found an apartment, right? And you found
Yeah.
your second job now, right? You started to go to college
I
online or
started to go
somehow?
to no,
Mm-hmm.
it was a not online, in person college.
Okay,
So I
that we
was.
were attend in person. Okay.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And we were allowed to work 20 hours a week
Okay,
with
just
that
like my
visa
kids do
because
now. Mm-hmm.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Work and study, right?
Work and study, yes.
Uh-huh.
And I was working in the coffee shops, here and there.
Oh, that's
Uh,
fun. You know how to make coffee. All right, I'm coming for my
yes.
cappuccino. You probably
Listen,
make the best.
the jobs I went through from the time I came to America till now. I mean, I can make nails, I can do nails, I can do coffee, I can do I can do
Oh,
drinks,
okay. Oh,
I
good
can
all
clean
around.
houses,
You
I
can do
can
all by yourself.
translate. Listen, I'm very well versatile in in
Yeah,
life.
yeah, I'm
Let's
excited
put it
about the
that.
coffee. I don't know about like clean, but I'm excited about the coffee.
I can make mean martinis. I used to be
You
a
can?
bartender. Yeah, I
You
used to be
used
a
to be
bartender.
bartender as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and
Yes,
it's like as I hear the stories, the immigrants, the jobs they went through. Oh my God. I think we can throw us outside. Of course, we're not going to like it, but we'll survive. That's what I think. We will
absolutely,
survive.
absolutely.
And
Yep.
when this all started, you started doing all your jobs and you started from a coffee shop. So what did you think? Did you think that it was like temporary or you're stuck with it? Like, was there any thought in your head that's gonna be your job? You're not gonna find anything better. You're gonna be a bartender or coffee maker all your
I
time.
never have this mentality.
Never. Okay.
I never have this mentality. No. Whatever I don't like, I quit and I go next.
Right.
Hence, there are so many professions or jobs that I tried and I went through because I never felt stuck. I mean, um, the bartending part was hard. The bartending was already in South Florida because of the money. When you get used to the,
When did you live into South Florida? Back to South Florida.
well, also long story. From
Okay.
Albuquerque.
From
You can read
Albuquerque.
book. You can read
Uh-huh.
books. From Albuquerque, I went to New York because I had the big dream to live in New York, right? Like
Of
most of us.
course. All of
Yes.
us. That's what we see in movies. We see
Manhattan
New
life.
York. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So I had somebody that I knew, I used to be friend back then, that lived in New York. So after my program finished, I was supposed to go back to Tatarstan, to Russia. But I changed my visa to a tourist visa to have an opportunity to explore more. And I went to New York in hopes of building my American dream life there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it didn't go well, let's put it that way.
Oh my God. New York
New
is
York, New
tough.
New York felt
What
so
I've heard.
lonely. New York felt so lonely. There's so many people there, but I felt very, very lonely there. It gave me a lot of experience. It gave me, I got tougher there. But
Yeah.
so New York, I changed a lot of places also from Queens, from Brighton Beach, Brooklyn to Manhattan
Okay.
to Astoria,
You
Queens.
tried your
So
you the
I
Brighton
tried.
Beach style.
Unfortunately, yes. So, and South Florida happened not shortly enough. I didn't stay in New York that long. South Florida happened in March, believe it or not, for Ultra Music Festival. So my
Okay.
friend said, "You know what? There is this
Oh,
music
you're a
festival."
rave
I said,
girl.
"Let's go." I am still a rave girl. Deep
Oh my
down.
God, we should go to rave. I love rave so much,
Oh, absolutely.
Rizida.
I
You
love it.
have
I
no
love it.
idea.
I love
Uh,
it.
awesome. Okay. See, we
So
learn new things about each other.
I know. Oh, things you don't know about me, Natalia.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Uh, so yeah, Ultra is the reason why I'm in South Florida. Believe it or not, it's funny to
So
say
you
that,
came for
but
the
yeah,
festival and you stayed. Did you have all your stuff still there? You just came for like a vacation. You had
yeah.
everything
I
there.
came for
So
a week
what happened?
here.
How did you stay?
Well, I came here. There was like a group of friends that we went to festival. Then they were like, "Okay, stay a little bit here. We can show you around." So Florida life. Coming from March in New
Right.
York was still cold, and the Florida life, the Miami sunshine beach, and all the fancy restaurants and clubs. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what? I don't think I like New York anymore. I'm like, this. This is life. So
Yeah.
and yeah, and the people I was hanging out with back in the days, they were like, "You can stay with us. When you're young, you can crash an apartment with like 5 people. You didn't care.
Right.
You can sleep on the couch, or you can blow up the air mattress and sleep there for a couple
You're
months.
free like a wind.
I was, yeah, and I didn't care. I'm like, you know what? Oh, I can stay at your apartment. Of course. So I went back to New York. I packed
Mm-hmm.
my one whatever suitcase that I had, and I moved here.
Oh, by the way,
So
how much money did you have when you came to America? That's a very interesting question, and people usually say like very different
yes,
amounts and very crazy
yes, I had $500
for
I ha-
everything.
for everything,
Yeah.
of which $400 were stolen.
No, on a plane or where?
No, that was the firstest time, right? The very first time when I came.
Oh, the very super first time. Okay.
The very first time I came with $500, and we also crashed at one of the friends that we knew, and she was like, okay, you can leave your luggages here. There was another uh, students also like sharing the living room. You can go find an apartment and you can go find your job. So we were like job hunting, looking from the restaurant to restaurant, from door to door.
Yeah.
um
Survival.
yes,
Survivor mode.
that was actually New York. That was the
Okay.
first New York before Orlando. The job offer that
Oh my
I
God.
received.
If I would start mapping your life coming to America, I would get lost. I would need a marker and a whiteboard. Like, so
It's
you came here and
confusing.
then more, and then here, then that,
Yeah,
there. Back
yeah.
and forth. Okay.
But yeah, we left the luggages, and I thought it's a safe place, so I didn't want to carry that much cash with me. So I left all the cash in that apartment, and we got $100 just in case, we want to eat something. And we came home, and our money was gone, and
Oh,
we didn't
that
know.
was
That was
scary.
that was very scary. I
Yeah.
had $100 left in my pocket, $10 of which we spent for like a bread, and I think we bought like a mayonnaise. So
Yeah. Oh, well, we can survive on mayonnaise. That we
and then,
know. Give us bread,
remember,
potatoes, and mayonnaise, and we're all good to
mayonnaise
go.
and pasta. So and last $80 that I had, I spent it on a Greyhound trip to Orlando, where my job offer was the housekeeping job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's crazy.
that's the
And the second time, did you have more money when you moved to Florida? Second time
yes.
from New York?
When yeah, from New York, I already moved with some money because I was already kind of self-sufficient. I was working, so I had not that much, but I don't remember how much I had, but yeah, I had enough to
But,
survive.
but yeah, that was much better
Yeah,
situation after I live a little bit. Okay.
yeah.
What was your typical day when you came back to Florida? What did you do in your typical day at that time when you were
Um,
free like a wind?
Worked.
Uh huh.
Went out with friends and worked
Uh
again
huh.
and went out.
So, what was your the biggest worry at that time?
Well, the biggest worry was how to sustain myself.
Mm-hmm.
Being by myself, you have to pay rent, you have to pay your bills, you want to buy something for yourself, and you want to send and support your parents and your family. So that was my number one goal, to send money to my parents.
Mm-hmm. So
And
you were helping your
I'll
family, working
yeah,
here by
yeah,
yourself,
absolutely.
supporting yourself and supporting your family.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Yeah. Because that's what I promised my parents, and I had very big responsibility. I'm a responsible person, and especially in front of my parents. I told them that I'm going to America to make money, to make your life better. So I promised them that, and I had to
You
deliver.
kept that promise, no
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
how it was problem.
yeah.
Wasn't easy for you to keep doing this.
No, no. Sometimes I didn't have money for myself, and I would borrow to pay rent, but I would send money to my parents. Yeah, they
Okay,
don't know that. They don't know that. In their heads, everything was wonderful, and
that's what we want our parents to think, right? That we are
no,
like in the best possible condition, living, so they
yeah.
won't worry and just
Yeah,
yeah,
but listen, you gotta keep positive. You gotta keep working. You gotta keep be
absolutely,
positive. And right now, I'm confidently can say that I still support my mother. My father, unfortunately, passed away, but I fully support my mother, and I have my best life here. So I'm very
yeah,
happy where I
no,
am right now.
yeah, no, that's great, and we'll come back to that. But were you single at that time?
Yeah, yeah. But
Okay,
when I came to Florida, I was single. Yeah.
yeah. How did you meet your husband? because now you're married and happily, as I see.
Yeah, it's gonna be 15 years at the end of April. Actually, we've made 15
Oh,
years. Yeah, yeah.
wow. Okay,
Time
congrats.
flies.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
Time
you.
flies for sure.
Time flies. We met at I was working at Chocolada, in
Oh
downtown
no,
Panama.
you were working in Chocolata. You were one of those
Yeah,
Chocolata people.
I
Oh,
was one of the
Chocolata, a
Chocolada
famous
girls.
Chocolata. It's a famous who lives in Florida, South Florida. Everyone knows Chocolata.
Yeah, and
It's
back
not
in the
even
days,
yeah.
yeah, back in the days was the only like a cute cafe where you can get like tea, coffee, desserts. Now there's new
The
places
Russian
opened up,
desserts, the
and
Soviet Union desserts, what desserts we
exactly,
come to love.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, our
Yes,
traditional stuff.
the desserts that bring you that flavor and memory of your childhood.
Absolutely, yeah.
That kind of spot. Yeah, it's a
And
very very
it's
cute
still
spot.
there. Chocolate is still
It's
there, I
still there.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's still there.
yeah.
Yes. So
25
yeah, I
years.
was working at Chocolada making coffee again.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, maybe I even met you in chocolate, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
you.
my husband met me, and my husband spotted me,
Okay, in
and
chocolate.
yeah,
All
and
right. So how did he like you were making coffee, or you probably make one heck of a coffee? So he's
no,
like,
he said,
"Ooh, look at that! I want it every day now." What's your
no,
name?
he said it was my eyes, so it was my beautiful blue
Oh.
eyes. I'm like, okay. He was a regular. He had an office right around the corner, and he would come there for lunch, for lunch
Mm-hmm.
breaks. I vaguely remember him because there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of people smiling at you when you're making coffee and you're young, and you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I remember him, but that's how we met. But then our relationship developed through mutual friends. He had a friend, and I had a friend that were kind of together, and we
Uh-huh.
were tagging along. I was going with her, he was going with him, so we started hanging out. And yeah,
Okay.
we were friends for probably 2 years.
Oh,
And not
really?
even
Before you
dating. Yeah,
started dating?
yeah,
Oh, that's the best. Like you already knew about each other so much,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, oh,
yeah.
that's amazing. So that's how you met. So you started dating, and obviously, you already had like great English? You spoke English very well, right?
Well,
At that time.
My English got better and better with days. I mean, I still don't consider myself speaking fantastic English. I have the accent, but
Oh, of course,
yeah,
we're all gonna
with
have an accent forever. That's
forever,
not
right?
gonna
It's stuck
happen.
with us forever.
Yeah.
But my English was decent. Plus, remember, I was studying English. English was my major at the university, so
Yeah, your grammar
I
is
came.
perfect. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can tell it's academic English. It's not my English. I came with like how is your name?
What do
How
you
are
do?
you? That's all I knew.
How are
Yeah.
you? Hmm.
So
So
you could actually communicate in English normally, like learn things about each other.
yeah.
So
Plus, I was working. I was never stuck with the Russian community. Like, I feel like
mm,
problem of immigrants nowadays with the speaking immigrants is that with their languages is that they get stuck with their community and they don't go anywhere.
yeah, a
I
lot of mhm.
Yeah, and I feel like this is if you want to learn English, that's the number one mistake. You have to go and work. Your everyday life have to be with the English speaking, amongst the English speaking people. And I had that at the Albuquerque in University of New Mexico. There was not a lot of Russian speaking at all. My best friend, I found the very first person who I met speaking Russian is still my best friend. So
Mhm.
yeah, we met there. But going back to Florida, Chocolada, yes, we had the post-Soviet Union people there, right?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
Romania, from Ukraine, from Russia, Belarus.
Mhm.
But most of the customers were Americans, so you had to speak English there.
Yeah.
Plus, bartending. My bartending in New York, it was in English, so my English was, yeah, pretty good.
hmm Yeah, a lot of people, I'm surprising. A lot of people, they come here to not just America, different any country, and
Yeah,
it's. I think for me, it's like natural. You have to adjust. You have to intercept yourself. Have to learn language. Language. Otherwise, you're not gonna be successful. You cannot just live within your community, even though they create huge communities. Some communities are huge, but and they live within the community. But it's country like a country. It's not like
yeah,
Tatarstan inside of Russia. It's a little bit different. And
yeah, yeah, definitely.
yeah, but if you want to succeed and you ask me why the podcast is in English, because we want, more people to know about it and to know our stories and listen to our stories and not just to be stuck in one community. It's a
Right.
little bit limiting. And even though all of us, our best friends, are still Russian speaking, right? From all
Yeah,
the different
mostly.
countries of the former Soviet Union, but it's
Mm-hmm.
just that's what we're saying when we say we're here, but not fully. We're still kind of like we want this nostalgia. We still want the same memories, right? We
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
speak our own native language sometimes. It just that's how it works. Even though I love America, and I'm sure you love America, and we love American
yeah,
people, that's it. Just the way. But it's so cool. You kind of mix and match. You
yeah,
find your
yeah.
ways where you can
Absolutely. You have to
extend,
adapt.
and yeah, where you can keep
And that's the
close.
beauty, honestly, that's the beauty about America is that you have that opportunity to be
Mm-hmm.
within your culture, to be within your community, and yet to be outside, not all the countries are that comfortable with the big agglomeration of communities.
Yeah,
um
and I think from our side, from immigrant side, it's like it's showing respect also,
yeah,
uh, if we mingle right with the culture, with the site, if we appreciate the holidays, the culture, the history that was built here from the ground up, and so it's a showing respect and appreciation that they
yeah,
take us in and let us, become part of this huge, wonderful society
yeah,
that they built.
definitely. And language is the number one for me. Language is you if
Absolutely,
you live in this country, you got to learn English. That's
yeah.
my standpoint. Yeah,
Absolutely, and working and talking to local people and trying to help them with services. That's one of the best ways.
yeah,
You can talk in your native language to them as as much as you want, but they won't understand you. So
yeah.
you have to do it. So so you got married, right? How long
We
did it take you guys to get married? So you said 15 years. It's like it's a high math. You came that 7.5, and that's 3 years later. So 15 years later. So almost right
yeah,
away, right? You got married.
3 months. We were dating for 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Damn. And they say you have to wait 4 years. Here you go. But you guys knew each other for 2 years, okay?
We knew each
So,
other for 2 years. Yeah, we were not very like best friends. We knew each
mm-hmm.
other for 2 years. Yeah, and he was dating other person, and I was dating other persons. So
Persons.
persons,
Yeah.
within 2 years,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
No,
quite a time.
that's
So
it's a quite a time. And then 15 years later. So did you think about kids right away? Did you want to have kids? How many kids did you want to have?
interesting question. I wanted to have kids. I think I wanted to have two kids, which I do have two kids.
Mm-hmm. You do have two kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you have two wonderful boys. And
Yes,
what are
yes.
the ages of your boys?
12 and 7. Yeah,
Uh,
very fun.
Crazy, crazy time.
Very fun.
Well, a lot of fun, so much fun. So I have this question: Is having kids, did it change you?
Oh, yes. Heck yes. Having children it's very transformative. Yes. I don't even know where to start. If you're going to ask me any other question, it's just yes.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
changed me a lot.
think? Do you think you lost yourself a little in motherhood?
Yes. At the very first, yes. With the first kid, I did. I went through a lot of changes. I put myself, I think every mother does that, especially with the first child.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, You just dissolve into that feeling of
Mm-hmm.
motherhood, and you don't know any better. But yeah, thinking back, I mean, I've came back and I found myself again now. But yeah, if you ask me when I had my first one, yes, definitely.
When did you feel that, start feeling that something wasn't working, that something is too much to handle for you? Like this, something didn't feel right. And about yourself, is there a moment like this
In
when you
what sense?
thought,
In a motherhood?
when you, yes, when you thought that, I'm losing myself, I need to change something? Was there a moment like this?
Yes, there was a moment like that. I'm trying to think when was it? I think like by the time he was 2, I was ready
Mm-hmm.
to kind of, and I'm not, every person is different. Listen, somebody's devoted mothers, and they devote the whole life to their children, and that's
Right.
beautiful. I just think it depends of who you are and how you perceive yourself, and
Mhm. That's why
I'm
I'm
not that
asking,
kind of
yeah, because you're not that kind of person. You
I'm not
always
that kind of
were
person.
ambitious. You wanted things for
I'm
yourself.
Yes. Even when I was well, when I had my first one, I was working at the hotel. Uh that's also a different
Okay.
story. I was working
Back to
at
the
the hotel.
hotel.
Back
Uh-huh.
to the hotel because I was telling you I was really like infatuated with the hotel industry, and I thought like when I wanted to be in that hotel
But
environment,
you
and
probably wasn't cleaning. You weren't cleaning. You probably was
no,
like were like a
I
front
went through
desk or
different.
so, or
Yes, I started
manager.
as front. I started as front desk. Yes, I started at front desk, and then I was assistant to general manager, and then I created myself a position, which was event coordinator because I wanted
Oh
to be in
yeah,
event
that's
planning.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and yeah, when I had my first one, I was an event coordinator, and hotels are corporate, right? So I had to come back when he was 3 months. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
was waiting for me for longer than that. You only have three
Right.
months of maternity leave. So in that sense, I was not ready to go back to work at 3 months when my baby was 3 months. Luckily, my mother came. That was her first time when she was able to come and help me with my firstborn. So luckily, she was here to take care of my first born. But I went back to work like a normal corporate life American person, and that
Mm-hmm.
killed me. That was like the feeling of you leaving your child at home when he
Yeah.
really needs you. He needs to smell you. He needs to feel you. And I was breastfeeding, so and pumping environment at work is not the best, and everything is just I don't. I feel like America, as much as I love America, it's lacking big time the maternity
Given
leave,
mother, yeah,
giving
given mother
mothers, be
opportunity
with
to be with the
mothers.
child. Yeah.
Yes, at least for 1 year. I don't think like 3 years is. I think 3 years is too much. That they do it in Russia now. I think it's three years. It's too much. But I think the first year of a child is so crucial to be with a mother. And listen, this is the very developmental year where a human being is establishing. So he needs to
Mm-hmm.
be confident, and to give them the confidence, the mother needs to be next to him. So I know you asked me a different question of how I when I felt. Yeah, well, but that's part of it because I went back to work when he was 3 months, and then I quit corporate work when he was 8 months, and I fully dedicated myself to my child up until he was 2. When he was 2, again, deep down, I was like, I need to do something more. I need to bring to this world more than just
You constantly tearing
taking.
yourself in with smooth
Yeah,
children. You don't know if you should do it for yourself or you for child, and you don't know where.
yeah,
What do you do? Where? How you split
yes,
yourself in so many parts? Yeah, I get
yeah.
you. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and that's how since I was working in event planning in hotels, that's another passion of mine, planning events, and I opened up my own event planning company.
Wow.
Do you
Okay. What was
remember?
that about?
Do you remember me back
I
then?
do. So, right now it's slightly. What was exactly it?
It was
Yeah.
a wedding. Yeah, it was a wedding planning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Remoza events. So I've done.
Oh yes, I remember the name now. Yes, it's coming back. Okay.
Mhm,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
How did you like it?
I loved it. It's very interesting work event planning. But it takes a lot from you. It's very stressful. It takes a lot
A
of
lot of demanding
energy,
people.
demanding people, and with the small child at home, it's just not feasible. Strongly I don't recommend any young mothers to get into event planning. Once you have your children already grown and self-sufficient, then you can do event planning. But with a small child, and constantly sick, when they go to daycare, they get sick. The weekends you have to work, you have to go network, and the weekdays and the evenings. It was just exhausting. It
Yeah.
didn't go well. Yeah, as much as I have passion for planning and events and decoration, and the biggest thing that I was enjoying is the decoration part of it. I was
Yeah.
really like into the
Very
putting it
artistic.
together. Yeah, very
Mm-hmm.
artistic part of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and then how did you switch to from that to insurance? Mm, and health
Yeah,
insurance?
health insurance. Yes,
Yeah,
that was the
that's a
time.
big change. That's very, very, very different
That's a
professions.
change. Yes, that's a change that I never thought I would make. But and life is life.
Yeah.
Um, the way it started is when I had my first one and I was doing the event planning. I was going back then. South Florida Russian community was very small and just very new. I think we met with you back
On
then when I
the
just had,
event of
yeah.
eating Russian cakes. I remember that.
Yes,
We
yes,
ate
yes, yes,
птичье молоко, bird milk cake.
yes, 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 yes. So we were going to that kind of events, or we were going
Yeah.
to a playground to meet with, like,
Right, right. It was pretty,
same.
not like now.
Not like
It's
now,
not like
yes.
now.
It was very, I don't know, sacred.
It
You know,
was
we
different. It was
it
very
was
different.
different. It was very different, yes. And we were meet with Russian mummies, and because again, it's a different mentality. It's a different mentality of how I bring your children, or how to treat when they're sick, and so on and so forth. So on the playgrounds, we started talking. Oh, what is your husband doing? Because we all like mothers with small children. What is your husband doing? I said my husband is an insurance agent. So, and they start asking me for insurance plans for themselves, for their families. So, and
Mm,
one day after another, one week after another, I come home and I ask my husband, I said, hey, can you get a quote for this family? Can you get a quote for that family? And I would be like communicating. A year passed by. My husband is like, listen, you already have a bunch of people wanting insurance. Why don't you quit your event
basically
planning?
clients.
Clients, yes.
Hmm.
Why don't you quit your wedding planning business and be an insurance agent? Oh no, for me it was like, are you crazy? I don't want to be an insurance agent. It's boring. I'm an artistic person. I want to like create and do stuff. Long story short, I was probably for another 6 to 8 months, I was handling both insurance and event planning,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
wow.
and
Uh-huh.
and then I gave up,
Not
and I
that would
said,
be
you know
crazy.
what? Yes, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go and get myself a license. So to be an insurance agent, you have to study a quite difficult exam. So I passed the exam and I became licensed insurance agent, and I already had a base of my clientele, and those are referrals,
Yeah.
word of mouth, word of
Yeah.
mouth.
I don't even know
Facebook,
how I
somebody.
found you, but yeah, Rizeda is my insurance agent for my health insurance, and I'm super happy. It was like, I don't know,
Thank you.
fourth probably year, and that's working wonderful. I would not like,
Nice, thank you.
look to anywhere else.
So turned out I am a good
She's great.
insurance agent. Like 10, 11 years later, I am still in insurance business, and my
Oh, it's
business
11. It's been
grown, and
11 years in the insurance
it's been
business already. Yeah,
11,
yeah, yeah.
11
I
years.
didn't even
Yes.
know. I'm like just found you like pretty recent. I think about 4 years ago, and I'm
Hmm.
like, wow, she's so good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and I switched from my American sorry, insurance agent to Rosetta, but well, she found me better deal. So, and absolutely would recommend
Yeah.
it to everyone. Like
Yeah,
so
I
fast
love
and
helping.
efficient.
I love helping people. At the end of the day, I think what made me stick to the insurance agent profession, let's say, or business. Well, I started working for my husband, right? Because he was originally insurance agent, and he has brokers now and free insurance agent under him. So I'm one of them. But now I built my own kind of company and my own
Mm-hmm.
book of business. So, and I think what helped me to grow is the passion to help people. I just like helping people in general and to explain them properly. Like when I first had to deal with insurance myself when I was working at the hotel. I had no idea what is deductible, why is it so complicated, what is this, what is that.
Yeah.
So my passion was to,
So,
and my husband explained it to me, A, B, C, D, and then I'm like, okay, now it makes sense. So my passion at the very first when I started to become insurance agent is to explain people the way I understood it, in the very simple
mm-hmm.
words, because the insurance industry is very complicated in America.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
especially
And
with our immigrants, we have different
especially with
mentality.
immigrants, we know nothing. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's a good business because you can work from home. You can create your own hours and probably
yeah,
very long hours in certain times of
yeah.
year. And if
We have a
you're
busy season. We have a busy season. We have an off season. So,
yeah,
but
a-
yeah, I adapted
and if
to it, and
yeah, if
yeah,
you're good, people just you will get more people. The same old people will come to you again, and you will just acquire new clients all the time. So
yeah,
always
yeah. That's how it works.
it's always growing if you're good. But is it your dream job?
I cannot say it's my dream job. I cannot say it's my dream job. I really enjoy it. I really, like I said, love helping people. But I'm more on the creative side, and part of me was craving for something more. Not just to sit in front of a computer and throwing numbers there to people. I love the conversation part of it, right? I love the
Mm-hmm.
selling per se
Mm-hmm.
part of it because I really have to like be creative sometimes. But still I was missing something, some artistic. I'm
Right,
drawn
right.
to. I also finished music school like most of us probably from back in our countries. So, and I was always drawn to something more, free spirited or artistic.
Mm-hmm.
And
So yeah, that's how
that's
how meditation entered your life, right?
that's how with the second born, with my second child, when
Uh-huh.
I had him, something clicked within me. Again, something changed, and that's where probably I decided to come back to myself and to do what I really want. And I was searching, the, let's call it, spiritual path, right? When you search your answers within yourself. So I was searching who I am, what I want to be, what I'm really craving, what feeds my soul, because for me, the very important aspect of life is mind, body, soul. You can take
Mm-hmm.
care of the body as much as you want, but if you empty here, it's not gonna be make you happy. You can make all the money in the world, but if it's empty here, you're not gonna be happy. So I was very successful in my insurance industry, in my insurance business, but I
Mm-hmm.
was missing some like dot, I was missing a puzzle within me, and I was missing the passion. And I, searching for that, I found sound. I found sound healing because I was overly exhausted. I would almost burned out. I was just yeah, I was like losing myself into
Mm-hmm.
between the motherhood, between the business, between the just the daily routines and hustle and bustle. So I was searching for Rosita, and yeah, I found sound healing as a tool to come back to myself and to quiet my
Mm-hmm.
mind and to find my passion. And now I play, which is also kind of artistic.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, recently I opened up my sound healing studio, which I am here right now.
Yeah, we're right there. But before even that, what did people around you when you came, you had all this kind of corporate, very strict profession, not artistic at all, right? And all of a sudden you do this. How did people started like, how did they take it? Did they act weird? Did they think it was weird
I that was
in the
my
beginning?
yes, that's what I thought people would think.
Mm-hmm.
Because within myself, and again, it's such a journey when you serve people in any way. It's an eternal journey. So yes, at daytime I was this, insurance agent. People perceive it as a being in a suit and all like, tidied
Right.
up. And then sound
Exactly.
healing, people perceive it as something woo woo, you
Hippie.
know, and hippie, right? And
Yeah.
all this like, oh, what is that? Or like,
It's
so
very different personality if you look at it.
it's very different personality. But you know what? And I was in myself. I was like in an internal war within myself because
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't agree to the fact that I could be both, and I thought, oh, my insurance client would say, oh, what kind of insurance agent she is if she's going to like, she's
Yeah.
hitting gongs in the evening and,
Right,
and
right, right.
praying the moon and the sound healing people would come and say, oh, but you're selling insurance, and this is so it took me a longest time to reconcile these two parts of myself together. And now I can
Mm-hmm.
fully tell you that I am both, and it's beautiful, and there is nothing wrong with it, because at the end of the day, people need. Uh, I look at it this way: I bring peace to people,
Mm-hmm.
financially or mentally.
Mm-hmm.
With insurance, you financially secured and you're in peace. And when it happened, that clicked happened when I decided to create, even though working like with my husband, I decided to create my own agency, insurance agency, and I called it Zen Insurance USA.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay.
that merged happened there because the
Yeah.
way the way
That
I
was
work with
before you
people.
decided to do that, right? The second, the
No,
sound.
no, no. That was during that. I
It
start
was a
doing.
pro. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was walking both paths. I was
Mm-hmm.
doing being insurance agent and I was being a sound healer, and I couldn't, merge these things together. And I'm like, I don't know, like I am both, but I don't know how to put it all together within me. First of all, it's whatever it's within you. That's what you're that's what you're showing the world, right? The world
Mm-hmm.
sees you as you see yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the most important thing, is to be okay with yourself. And that happened, excuse me, that happened when I finally decided to bring a little bit of that mindfulness into my insurance business,
Mm-hmm.
because the way I approach people, I bring them zen, I bring them peace. And
Mm-hmm.
the way I talk to them, I calm them down. Sometimes they're freaking out. Oh, my doctor is this, is it. I'm like, okay, let's see how we can handle the situation in the best possible way for you, And
Mm-hmm.
that's Zen Insurance USA. And there is nothing wrong of me hitting a ball at the same time, like
Right.
for
Right.
me right now, it's inseparable. I'm holding these two spaces so harmoniously within myself that I'm so happy right now where I am. And I cannot. I tried to. At one point, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna quit this insurance work. This is too much, and this is too. I'm gonna just be a healer. It didn't go that way. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't. I need my stability. I need my material security and stability.
Mm-hmm.
And at the
Yeah.
same time, I cannot be without the more quiet or more I don't want to call it spiritual, because sound healing, the way I approach it now, it's very different. The way I started from the spiritual, because I was looking for myself. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, the way I show it to people is more on scientific level,
Mm-hmm.
so that we bring peace and calm our nervous system down on from the scientific standpoint, because
That's
the vibration
probably will
is
bring more people to you who are not into say
exactly
spiritual stuff, right?
right. And I
Because it's
feel
a
like
strong word. Spiritual is a strong word,
it's a strong word, and it could
and it
scare
has
a
some
lot of people.
association. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So
it could
yeah,
scare a
I
lot
get.
of people. And I feel like
Yeah.
the reason I couldn't go fully spiritual, because I am we all spiritual, so we can, it's a deep conversation. But I am not fully woo woo. I still am an
Right.
insurance agent. I still want to make money, but I still want to serve people and bring and do good for people.
So you still
So
stay grounded. You're a
I
very,
still,
very
I am still,
grounded
I am
spiritual
still very
person.
grounded. I am very grounded spiritual person. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, that makes you, that's part of the best work. You can actually make money and be and heal your soul and other people's soul
and
at the
help others,
same
and
at the
and
same
that's the
time,
beauty of
help
it.
other people. Yeah. But what
Yeah.
make you so confident? How did you believe that you could do it? You can merge these two different words and you find strengths within yourself, and that, how did you think that you actually needed it? Well, I understand how you needed it, but
I cannot answer you shortly because it's such a it's a journey that in the several
mm-hmm,
years that I took. Every practitioner, every healer needs support from others. I went through
absolutely.
mentorships, I went through coaching, I went through spiritual journeys, initiations. So everything from a little bit of here, a little bit of there, is
Mm-hmm.
kind of put me together. And it's an internal work on yourself. Whenever you lost,
Yeah.
look for the answers within and work with yourself. That's the shortest answer I can give you.
Well, yeah, we're running out of time, but I have a
Yeah.
lot of questions. But I want to ask a couple of questions. One of them, um, it's probably I want to find that part of yourself that probably a lot of women have in their life, and maybe right now. So it will be like a motivation for a lot of people. Can you go back and find that moment, that particular, I don't know, not an hour, but particular time where you felt like completely lost, and
Mm-hmm.
that particular moment when you said, "That's it, I cannot do
Mm-hmm.
it anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to change my life." Do you remember that moment when it
Mm-hmm.
hit you?
There were several of those, but I do, yeah.
Yeah, what was that moment? What can one moment that particular, like you still in your heart, and you're like, "Wow, I've been there. My soul was there. My mind was there."
The moment after I had a second child, and again, I went back to the parenting, the parenting the small child and working, and it was just completely burned out. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the
How did you wake
moment.
up? You wake up in the morning and you woke up in the morning. What did you feel when your child is home, second child is home, you have to go back to work? What did you feel in the morning? You didn't want to go there, right?
I didn't want
What
to do
was the
anything.
feeling?
I just wanted to cover myself with a blanket and be there for, God knows how
Yeah,
long. I just want to escape. I just wanted to, I couldn't, yeah, I couldn't find passion and I couldn't find the spark in life.
yeah.
But every moment like that is a new creation
Mm-hmm.
for something new to start,
Something brings you down, you have to go down
Something
to
brings
raise
you
up
down.
again.
Yes, you have to go down and go down without preferably without putting yourself without digging yourself even deeper. Some people feel down, they start drinking, they do other stuff. So that's a long cut. There's a shortcut for it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shortcut for it, which is working with yourself. I don't know if I may recommend like a therapy, a coaching, a mentor. Look for somebody who inspires you, or look for something that inspires you. There is
Mm-hmm.
always such some spark in life. As long
Mm-hmm.
as you have an interest in something, that will make you keep going.
And that's actually, you already answered my basically my last question without me
Yeah.
asking this question. I wanted to ask, like, the words. What would you say to people who are in this situation right now? What can they do, especially women? Some women ignore themselves, then they forget that they're women and what their interests are. They even like some fun stuff like doing your nails or hair
Absolutely,
or eating the
absolutely.
right food. Women don't do anything. They forget about their beauty, their nails all peeled, and they're like, there's a small child and husband. There's the most important, and they forget about themselves.
I'll
They're
I'll I'll say
lost.
I'll say this. I work a lot with women also. um, but find time for yourself. Put yourself first. It's not coming from selfishness. It's coming for filling your cup. And that's how I why I start doing sound healing, because I was filling my own cup through sound. But it doesn't have to be that. Just start basic, like you said, doing nails. Go out with your girlfriends. If you have a supportive, you know, friendships and girlfriends, dedicate some time to just yourself, you know, to be with yourself. And from there, you're gonna start growing that spark. And whatever sparks you, you're gonna go there. Uh,
How
and
did you find?
along.
How do they find that strength in themselves and actually look in the mirror and their eyes are not sparkling and they turn away from the mirror and go back to their business to do stuff for other people and they will ignore anything you say? How do you even understand you need this and pull it out from yourself? Because it's not just okay, you have to do it. And a lot of people like, yeah, maybe, but I'm not gonna.
Mm. Well, whenever you hit the rock bottom, I think something hits within you, and there gonna be a way. Something will wake up eventually. Or another thing that I can recommend is affirmation. Just if you don't believe in, even if you don't believe in it, just say it. Say to yourself, "I love you" in the mirror, which is very normal,
Mm-hmm.
by the way. Say to yourself, looking in the mirror, looking in your eyes, "I love you. You can do it. You're beautiful." You don't have to believe it right away, but eventually you'll get it. Or any affirmation that you would like to achieve, just say it constantly, and that will work.
Mm-hmm. And how do you deal with the sense of guilt? Because a lot of women feel very guilty.
Oh, I
It's
feel like we can go for another topic on that.
there's a lot another topic. Is there no
Yes, yes.
short answer for that?
There is no short answer for
No,
that.
not
Yes.
short answer. Yeah, the
Uh-huh.
guilt is
The
probably
guilt is big. Yes.
it's the one
It ta-
main thing that
it takes
pushes
time.
pulling
Yeah.
people, especially women, down. The constant
Yeah.
guilt. Yeah, I own to other
Yeah.
people and not to yourself. No, it was a wonderful conversation. I found out a lot of new things, and I feel like we will have another conversation, and there still will be a lot of information that I never heard, I never knew about you, and a lot of will be a lot of motivation. And maybe we'll go and do a different podcast, and we'll talk about just um, spiritual stuff
Hmm.
of and how to become a woman and stuff like that, and find a
Yeah.
woman again, and not become a woman in like physical sense
Yeah.
or anything, but how to
Right
find a woman within yourself and not
within
just
yourself.
mother or
Yeah. Yeah.
daughter
It's
or
a
wife.
it's a big
Yeah,
yeah, big subject
it's
that helped me a lot. Yes.
yeah,
Finding
it's a
yourself is the
very
number
different.
one. Yes. Going
Yeah,
back, not finding, because just going back to yourself, because we're
going
always
back to
there.
yourself.
We're always there. We just escape ourselves.
It's just covered with so many different layers of like
Exactly.
guilt and
We
responsibility.
responsibilities, a lot of stuff that's just hanging on ourselves, that we just, bury ourselves in that. So going back to ourselves is the
Yeah,
main point. Thank you so
yeah.
much, Natalia.
Thank you, Rizet, and you have a wonderful day. And guys, drop your comments and on the bottom, and maybe Rizet will answer some questions if you have. And we'll see you next time. And thank you so much for coming again today.
Yeah,
Bye
thank you.
bye.
Bye bye. Bye.